What is going on to you, Sagittarius? So you have the Fool, the Chariot, and you, Sagittarius, have the Page of Swords. So there's a sense of you, Sagittarius, needing to create some sort of boundary between yourself and others. Let's get deeper into this, right? What kind of boundary that we're talking about? A romantic one. One where, you know, the Chariot, it got weird between you and this person really quickly. You thought that everything was going well at first. And the Fool, that's why it is that you're so comfortable in your own skin, because you Sagittarius are able to actually talk to people, get to know them. You know how to be so much more sociable, right? Much more relatable. And the Page of Swords now represents how, and since that's the case, this person things between you and this person just took a real odd turn. The Three of Wands and the Three of Swords right here represent, so you, Sagittarius, are staying away from said person. There's a particular person that you've decided to stay away from. Now, granted, correct me if I'm wrong, but I may have talked about this within my last reading, my last Sagittarius reading that I did a few days ago. And once again, you're in a situation where you Sagittarius have to figure a way out, because the arrested development, right? Like I've been talking about how some people they don't develop. They do not develop, is why it is what it is that you Sagittarius are choosing to essentially stay away from, right? Banish them off to the shadow realm type of stuff, right? And the Three of Wands represents how you are not with that. You're not with the arrested development. You're going off, getting to know other people, right? You have internal peace, having a conversation with others, and you're just trying to see what type of time they're on. If they have a good value system, then it will be very easy for them to be able to relate to you. At the bare minimum, the two of you will have respect for one another, right? If they don't, then it means that you and them probably don't have the same value system, which is probably the reason why it is that they're disrespecting you in the first place. So you have the Devil card here. And the Devil card now represents, and since that's the case, a lot of you very much so you need to be aware of how this works, because what's happening here is that you Sagittarius have essentially, you dodged what would be a very dysfunctional human being, right? Because you're right, things did go in a very messed up situation. That's why it is that you got the Chariot. This is why the Chariot manifests itself in the way that it's drawn out, the art and everything like that. Because the light horse is supposed to be over here and the dark horse is supposed to be over here. So they essentially switch sides, as to where this person probably was super defensive. They were defensive about everything. It's not even really defensive, it's offensive. They're looking to always be the first to do what they got to do. And you know, you Sagittarius always had to feel like, or you got to a point where you started to feel like this interaction between yourself and them wasn't very pleasant. You know, it became the two of you getting to know each other to now, you know, and things going well, to now this person turned into a psycho. So you Sagittarius realized that it's a good thing that you decided to get away from them in the first place, because this thing would have turned into a complete trash show. It would have been a circus if you would have stayed with said person, right? Like you're hanging out with them and then they start spazzing. They start going in and yelling at you all types of crazy stuff. And then you have the Ace of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles, right? And these two cards right here are about how, and since that's the case, you want better than that. You know, you want better than that. What you had in mind, what you have in mind is someone who wants to be with you, someone who's more compassionate, empathy, right? So, you know, the maturity level has grown. It's not about them needing to trash you or them, you know, they feel like they're under attack. So they have to essentially, you know, attack the attacker, right? They have to, they're not doing that. It's about you. It's about you want someone that essentially knows how to be in a relationship, knows how to de-escalate the situation, knows how to actually do stuff like that. And the King of Pentacles and the Empress right here represents how, so that's what it is that you are essentially looking for. You are the King of Pentacles looking for your Empress, the person that will impress you with the class that they have. And class is not about money per se, right? Because my gosh, the past 4 years from 2020 on now, we've seen how rich doesn't necessarily mean that you have class. I ain't even got to name names. The P. Diddy's, okay, forget about it. The P. Diddy's, right? Just because you're rich does not mean that you particularly may have class. You see what I'm saying? Allegedly. You see, I have to say allegedly because I don't want to get sued, but allegedly. You feel what I'm saying? And why that's important in the first place is because, well, if the person doesn't have class, their value is low. Because we say class when we're talking about value, when we're talking about the value that a person brings, the value that they keep, right? The value that they always have within themselves. We say class to kind of give it a name to it, right? Because we don't want to have to explain the whole thing all the time. And you Sagittarius, that's exactly what it is that you're looking for. You Sagittarius are looking for class. You're looking for an individual, just one. And this is also too why it is that you may only want one. It's because you realize that relationships are difficult as it is enough to start. This two or more stuff. It's like, where's this two or more nonsense truly coming from, right? You know how difficult it is to get one, let alone two or more, and then maintain that kind of dynamic. You feel what I'm saying? So a lot of you Sagittarius are like, you're doing what makes sense. You're understanding that. Forget about trying to have all these people on your roster and what some people will do. Relationships are difficult enough. You're looking for one person. That narrows it down, and what it does is it makes it a lot easier for you Sagittarius to actually go and find someone or meet someone that actually does have a lot of the things that you want, right? Gives you that 80. And so since you're looking for that, right, it's a good thing that you know that you're looking for that, because looking for this Empress, whoever it may be, right? Because what happens is that it's your form of spiritual protection. It's what keeps you away from this, the relationship turning sour. And then if you don't have standards, if you don't have class within yourself, you're going to get caught up with this. Relationships turning messed up. Why? Because you, Sagittarius, will date this person and try to make a broken individual fixed, and that's not how it's going to happen. That's not how it's going to work. They have to ultimately fix themselves. So let's clarify the Emperor. Excuse me, let's clarify the Empress. Excuse me. I didn't give the Empress her good graces. Excuse me. Let me give the Empress her good graces. You have the Fool, the Judgment, the Five of Swords, Three of Pentacles, and then you have the Hanged Man. So to clarify for the Empress, so the Fool, the Judgment, and the Nine of Swords, speaks to you, Sagittarius. Like I said, if you can find that person, you're going to jump in with both feet. The Fool represents not, if you find this person that represents this Sagittarius, you just haven't found this Empress yet. This person that has this nobility about them, this lacking of sweating petty things and petty situations. A person who has a good value system, right? And they live by that value system and they gain results by that. If you can find someone like this, the Fool card, you, Sagittarius, will jump in with both feet. You know, Sagittarius, a lot of times you'll be surprised at how much Sagittarius be getting married. Like the zodiac signs that you be thinking are wild out here, they be getting married. Aquarius be getting married a lot of the times. You know, the Judgment and the Five of Swords. But you, Sagittarius, understand in good faith that you just haven't found that person yet. There's been a lot of fakes. There's been a lot of chameleons, you know, people that essentially want to get attention from you and, you know, want to like pull, you know, want to like distract you from the fact that they're not the correct one, you know. So the Three of Pentacles and the Hanged Man is about how, but it didn't work. Ultimately, you would always see straight through that and you would stay away from them. And then like the relationship would essentially fall apart with them that you had, because now it's like, you know, they tried that type of nonsense with you and it didn't work. So a lot of you, Sagittarius, are doing the internal work like I've been talking about. And like I said, you're looking for this person that represents this, the Empress, the symbology of it, that represents this nobility, that isn't petty, that is looking to learn from their mistakes, that doesn't get painted always in the best light and accepts it and chooses to grow from that, right? Let's clarify the King of Pentacles. Queen of Wands, the Lovers, Nine of Cups, Seven of Cups, and the Strength card. The King of Pentacles is you. So the Queen of Wands and the Lovers and the Nine of Cups is you, Sagittarius, should and need to be yourselves, regardless. As long as you're doing better, as long as you're learning from your mistakes, accepting accountability, taking responsibility, all of that good stuff. And then the Nine of Cups as well, you don't have to worry about other people pulling the wool over your eyes and being a chameleon and all that stuff, because you know better what it is that you're looking for. So a person, once again, they're going to have to wake up very early in the morning to get one over on you, because it's not going to work. The Seven of Cups and the Strength card, not only that too, which makes it harder for people to be able to distract you and to be a chameleon, right? Fool you into it, right? Dupe you into it. I ain't gonna say fool, but dupe you into it, is the fact that because you, Sagittarius, are becoming a lot more selective with knowing who it is that you want, it makes it that much more difficult. So that's pretty much it for now. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe. I'm trying to get the YouTube channel to 100K. I'm at 15,480 something. I don't know. Also, too, there's a link in the comment section below called a Linktree link if you want to get a reading, birth chart reading, the books that I have that are on sale at Amazon, and also the merch that I have on my Teespring store. Go ahead, check those out. Get all those things. Get one of them. Get two. Right? That definitely helps to keep the channel up. Smash the subscribe button. Smash the like button. Hit the notification bell. And set that notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos.